We workshop on RAM or monolith. This point of time, use your Dexter last at summer months Philippines. So tayo na. Sino mo ba lola ni mo? Lola? Ikaw ra?
Oo. I want to jump, please. I want to jump there.
Ah, sige sir. Wow, early birds.
Ay, sir, nagpaabot
Early
ko,
bird.
nagpaabot ko niya sa CR. Kung ari din si CR.
Kala no? Nagpinaabot tayo di mo? Pwede mo dito.
Hello. Hello. 1, 2. Mic test. Alright. Add the chairs. I think I'm gonna have 10 pieces, 10 chairs. With 10 minutes to go, we're going to start at 3. Alright, while waiting for the time, girls, I'd like you to put a ponytail. If you have a garter or rubber band for your hair bands. So put a ponytail. Usually, the dress code would be, of course, something body fitted and something very stretchy, and the hair should be tied up in a bun or on a high ponytail. So we want to see your face, your angles of your chin, your neck, your shoulders. So that's why you're required to wear something body fit for girls and guys. So we know the movements of your neck, your shoulders, your hair. Want to see the proportion of your ears, your face, your chin, your forehead, everything has to be very clear when we talk about beauty pageants, alright? For the boys, at least your hair should be kept up. If you're not long hair, if you don't have long hair, then you have to comb your hair with your forehead or your face showing, so that we'll see what we can do, what we can change, your angles, your face. Alright, so now girls are wearing high heels. Guys, it's okay that you're wearing what you're wearing. Usual uniform. And then, of course, when you sit down already during beauty pageants, you have to sit upright. Alright. Okay, stand by. Alright. So those who are wearing jacket, if you feel cold, that's fine. But if you can take off your jacket so we'll see your body, your proportions, that's better. So we know how to correct you, your posture, your chest, your upright position. Alright? Right. For those that are wearing too high heel, very high platforms, it might be the side. So you don't sit in the front, you sit on the side. Don't sit too much frontal, alright? What you need to do is to have your body quarter of an angle instead of frontal. And then you could twist your body like that, alright? So make sure you're sitting on one side. You're not too comfortable leaning on the back. And for guys as well, you can sit upright, okay? But don't spread your legs too much, alright? The boys have to be chest up, right? So that the judges, the organizers of a pageant will see how poised you are. Right? In the Miss Cebu, recent Miss Cebu, the criteria is really very specific. So we now know what the judges are looking for. Right? What time is it?
2:54.
Is it free already? Alright, 5 to 6 minutes more to go. Alright, so posture is really important. Alright, so put your back. Okay, so you can do this like this, girls. Alright, either to the right or the left. Alright, and then your arms you can put it on the side, one leg or two legs. Alright, just comfortably just put it on the side if you don't want to put it on front. Now, girls and guys, avoid putting your hands on the crotch. You know what the crotch is, diba? Your zipper area. Alright? So never put that always there. Alright? Just put it on the sides. Okay? And then make sure your nails are clean. Alright? From toes to hands. It's part of it. Although there's no nail polish, but it has to be very clean. Alright? So if you're joining pageants, grooming is important. Alright. Physical features start, you cannot wait for the others anymore, but they can just catch up. Okay, so beauty pageant is one of the alternatives of modeling, right? For sometimes models start with pageants when you were young. Your parents want you to join Little Miss or Mr. or you'll be, joining escorts for teen pageants or kids pageants. Or sometimes you go straight to modeling, right? So in beauty pageants, it's another avenue for male and female to be visible, to be recognized, to be popular, to be future ambassadors, future influencers, especially now in the age of social media. So beauty pageants is one way of making a name for yourself. Alright, so it's an option. We're not saying that all of the models need to be beauty queens or beauty kings, but it's an option for you to become who you want to be in the future. And sometimes it's much easier to be popular when you're joining a pageant instead of just regular modeling where you have to really work hard with your agency, really put up nice photos, update your portfolio, always be visible, doing photo shoots, joining fashion shows. So when there's no projects yet, there's no activities or events, you have to work hard, especially with your social media. Alright? So in beauty pageants, it's an instant popularity, right? Because you get to join a big organization. They promote you. They make you, of course, with your name, with representation. And sometimes when you're representing a school, the whole school supports you. When you are representing a college or a city or a province, the whole province is supporting you. So you have more support. You have more popularity when you're joining pageants, right? And your whole clan is very supportive, right? So beauty pageants or pageantry is another form of modeling, right? It's another form of, let's just say, profession for others. Others can be a hobby, but for some, it's like a profession already. Because look at Pia Wurtzbach, look at Catriona Gray. Before they became very super influential people, they were mere models, right? And now they get big projects, they get big payments because they're very popular, right? So beauty pageants is one of the reasons why it's a crossover. So if you feel that you're not so happy with modeling and you want to be more popular, a beauty pageant is one way to do it. So positively speaking, it's something that is lucrative in terms of money making instead in terms of getting more jobs because visibility is already there, popularity is already there. Plus, number two, you get to show your personality, right? You get to show your speaking ability. You get to show your passion, your background, your backstory. Because in modeling, it is not usually seen. What we see in modeling is only your photos, your fashion shows. Sometimes you're not allowed to say a lot of things unless you're modeling for a brand or you're doing a campaign. But when you're joining beauty pageants, it's more like you're always interviewed, right? You're always featured in TV, newspaper, in radio. So there's more possibility of you to becoming more discovered. Sometimes beauty is erased because they like more about your personality, the way you talk, the way you speak. And people will say, oh yes, she can be an endorser. So now the height will be erased. The beauty sometimes will be erased because they love you more of your speaking skills, of your talking, your intelligence, your personality comes out. The way you say things, the way you say your words, the thoughts that you're saying, sometimes it matters. It often matters to people. So that's why when you're out there in pageants, you have more chances of winning. Sort of, not just the crown, but in other fields, right? To get the book discovered, more endorsements. It will catapult you, meaning it will push you up to the stratosphere, where popularity and visibility matters. All right. So who among you here, on the female, who among you here have joined beauty pageants once? Just once. You have, all right. Ikaw pa. Who else? Okay, for those who have done beauty pageants, can you please step up in front? And that area. Who have done beauty pageants in school, in your barangay, in pageants in depends on which pageant. Okay. Two of you at pageants. Alright. So I'm gonna interview you. Alright. Okay, so can you please move forward? The two of you. Hello. Okay. So girls, I want you to listen to them. Hello. Okay, face the audience. Okay. So I'm gonna give you the microphone, alright? And what to also later. Alright. So tell us about yourselves. Okay, tell us yourself in more or less 1 minute. Just about a little start with you here.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am more than 21 years old and I'm 8. I'm currently a student nurse in third year. Currently a third year nursing student from college. There are 3 things I want you to know about me. I want and like reading books, especially books, motivational books, because it will help me grow as a person each and every day. Second, I love taking care of my plants. I have more on 10 to 20 plants in our house. And third, I do my devotions and prayers every day. That would be all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Liza Bulgado, 19 years old. I'm a tourism student from University of San Jose Recoletos, and I really love to play volleyball. I'm a varsity player before in my school, and I love doing adventures with my friends and family. And I also love traveling. That's why I chose tourism. Thank you.
Okay, let's give them a round of applause for us. Now back to your seats. Now, for those who don't know the 2 girls before, now I think you know a little bit about them because they told us about themselves. So when you hear someone introducing themselves, we get to know a little bit about their life, their personality. And so with modeling, it simply, whatever is there in the photo, it simply says about your physical, right? Nothing very personal. And so with pageants, it's more now about you as a person. We now know that you're studying in VELES, studying in USJR. We now know that you're a varsity player. So a lot of things come to the mind. We know now that you read motivational books. So there's a lot of things that come to our minds already. Now that's when the judges and the organizers find more research about you. So they say, this girl is perfect for our pageant or to become the winner because her personality is like this. Alright? So this girl is good at this, maybe she will be our bet. So that way, instead of just modeling, you become a beauty queen. because you're showing your personality. And that's what beauty queens are. It's more about personality. It's more about the way you talk, the way you speak, the way your mind is working, not just the physical posing and the walking. So it's more challenging in beauty pageants. What about the boys? Who among here has joined school pageant or male pageants? And tell us about it. Okay, can I have volunteers? It's okay if it's barangay or classroom, as long as you join a mini pageant, that's fine. Anyone? Yes, come here. All right, Luke. All right, tell us about the pageant that you joined recently. Face the audience.
Hello everyone, I am Marissa Ibigamo from University of San Carlos. So I joined recently I joined the entrepreneurs in USC, and suddenly I didn't pass the elimination rounds, but I managed the difficulties that I overcame. So that's all.
Experience already. Alright. Okay. So said it's able to join, was able to make it. Okay. Maybe because wala pa siya training, wala pa siya naka-workshop. So now that there's already workshops, there's already tips for you to develop yourself, then that's the time try to join their pageant. Okay. Keep on joining, keep on exposing yourself, because that's that one way of you learning from your mistakes, from the things that you were not able to do, that you were not able to make it. So basically there is a reason why you didn't make it. So just keep on joining so that you can learn from your experience. Because remember, experience is much better than just teaching or learning from things like this, workshops. So if you're doing a workshop but you're not applying the workshop, you're not joining a pageant, then we don't know if you have learned from it. So what's better is you apply your knowledge and skills to a pageant. Just try so that you will know, there's a competition, the others joining, you learn from them as well. So it's important that you keep on trying when you're joining a pageant. Alright. Okay. Now, there are techniques in joining pageants. Okay. Number one, before you join a pageant, make sure that you know what the pageant is. Alright? If it's about environmental pageants like Miss Earth, alright? So if you feel that you know a little bit more about the environment, then that's the type of pageant for you. Like for example, Miss Cebu. Miss Cebu isn't just about beauty. 50% around beauty is a criteria. It's more about personality, which is 30%. Intelligence. So if you feel you're very intelligent, then nanakay 30% of the criteria. So before joining a beauty pageant, you have to know sa iyahang advocacy. What is its mission, vision, so that you know you fit the mold, you fit the right pageant. Dili kay join lang ng pageant and you feel your personality isn't ready for it. So you have to research number one of the pageant before joining. And then when you join a pageant, yes, we want to win, but at the same time, it is a competition. It's anybody's ball game. So you hope to win, of course, why not, right? But you have to know there are competitions. So you have to be very careful about what you post on social media, what you put out there, what you say, what you do. Because, somebody might be better than you or lesser than you. It really depends on, how they play the game in pageants. So meaning you have to be ready for something like that. Plus, you have to really be physically ready. You don't have a heart failure, you don't have a physical ailment, because that will be important. And mentally, you have to be ready for it. Okay, you have to be really be strong. When joining pageants, you cannot just cry. You cannot just, well, it's okay to be human and be honest of your feelings, but you have to be ready for, failure. You have to be ready that you will not make it. Okay, but of course, when you're joining a pageant, you have to be fair and square with everyone. Don't fake your personality. Don't fake your documents. All right, if you're 16 and you want to join the 18 years old qualification, don't fake your documents because later on people will find out. All right, so if it's not yet your time, don't push it. All right, especially if there's age requirement. All right, so make sure everything is authentic because authenticity often is the key. All right, but there's also a trick in pageants. When you say, I want to be myself or be yourself when you're joining a pageant. Yes, 50% you can be yourself, but 50%, another 50% of the 100% should be that someone that the organizer is looking for. When you say be yourself, say you don't just settle for yourself. You have to be that someone that the organizer is looking for. All right? If they say that, let's say, Miss Universe has to really be a strong-willed, intelligent, and all, you cannot just be yourself. You have to be 2.0, right? You have to be that better than yourself when you're joining pageants. That's why we have a saying that goes, the better version of ourselves. All right? We want to be the better version because joining pageants makes you achieve that. All right? So it's not just saying that be yourself. It has to be your best self, your better version. All right? So if you're ready for beauty pageants, then I suggest you start now while you're young because experience and training is really important when you're already there on the pageant. Like Pia works back, the sample was that she tried and joined 3 times. On the 3rd time, that's when she joined. So don't give up if you don't make it first time, second time. Don't be a sour loser, but be a victorious winner. Either you win or lose, what matters is you were there to join. So who among you here is interested in joining future beauty pageants? Stand up. If you're interested in joining beauty pageants, stand up. Don't just raise your hand, you stand up. Okay. No one. Don't be afraid. Hagbog na mo. Tagam na dayon. The number 1 kontra sa beauty pageant is fear. You have to be very confident. You have to really say it that you like it. You have to really embrace it. Okay. Tulura, the rest are not ready to be a beauty queen. Alright. So only 3 have the lakas ng loob here. Does this mean that you are not confident with yourself? So only 3 are confident. Okay. Alright, girls, have a seat. So which means you lack the confidence in joining pageants. Now what are we going to do with the confidence? Okay, number 1, you have to be authentically happy with yourself. You have to really be happy to love yourself. You have to know yourself better to be confident. And you have to be ready, all right, for a pageant. So mentally speaking, only 3 of you are ready. So does this mean the 3 of you only ako i-promote for beauty pageants? Or the 3 of you ako naningan o teach? Or the rest of you are still willing? Alright. To join pageants. Now, this is not about just who's interested. This is about telling you the ins and outs of beauty pageants. So, ready? Okay. Now, another thing also, poise and personality, right? poise, bearing, the way you stand, the way you sit, posture, it's really important in joining pageants, alright? So, everybody sit up straight, don't lean under your back, on your back rest, okay? If you feel the pressure in your back, something that's painful, that's good. Meaning, you're straightening your back. If you feel very comfortable, meaning you're not really poised to become a beauty queen. So, arch your back, alright? Chest out, stomach in, alright? And then, if I'm the judge, everyone should angle their faces to the judge, alright? So that we'll see your faces, okay? And then, your eyes should have attention, full attention to the judges or the audience, which means you're very interested to win. You're here to win it. Alright? So focus. There's focus in everything that you need to do when you're joining pageants. And this is not just pageants. When you're speaking to managers, you're applying for a job, look them straight in the eye. It means you are sure of yourself. You're sure of your answer. You can even say you're better than them because you can speak with your eyes wide open and looking straight at them. Meaning you are serious with who you are. You're serious with the job that you're applying. You're serious to become a beauty queen or a pageant winner. Right? So that's the first. The eyes are the windows to your soul. So meaning you have to make it more expressive. Right? Especially now that you are wearing masks, we only see your eyes. And your eyes are very important because that's where we see your souls. That's where we see your intelligence, probably. We see your passion. Okay? So the way you speak, the way you look at someone is really important. Alright? Hi, dear. Okay. Here on this side. There. Okay. So again, we'll look at each other. When you're doing face-to-face, look straight in the eye. It shows also that how strong you are, how confident you are, that you mean business. Okay? So focus your attention on someone that's interviewing you or someone speaking. Meaning, when he's the judge, or meaning when he's an organizer, he feels that you have you're giving your full attention. So that's one tip na lang siya when you're joining pageants, where you want to train for becoming a beauty queen or a beauty queen. Alright. So, we're talking about more personality. Alright. So we want you to understand the nature of the pageant. Alright. Okay. Another topic also is communication. Okay. Alright. Communicating yourself can be two sides. One verbal and one, what's the other? Non-verbal. Alright. So verbal communications, you have to speak well, you have to express yourself well. The non-verbal communication is your voice. Alright? The way you face someone, the way your shoulders lean, the way your neck is seen, the way you look at someone. That's the non-verbal. And then sometimes when you roll your eyes, it's non-verbal. But it's saying that, oh my God, I'm not interested. Right? So kung roll ka yung mata, and never makita, meaning that's a bad sign. Alright? Right? So never do that. Careful with your eye movements. Okay. Now, when you're also flipping your hair to the back, what does that mean? Who knows what that does mean? That means. It's also a sign of resentment. Like when you, meaning, makakauyod. So be careful with your flip or the hair flips. Alright? Especially when you're talking to someone. Maybe when you're just posing and when you're just walking, that's okay. But when you're talking to someone and you make a gesture like a hair flip, it means that you're not interested. You want to piss them off. Like that. So if you want to do that, you want to fail in the interview, then go. Right? If you're win, of course, never do that. Now, never put your hands at the back when you're standing. It should always be at the sides because that's a sign of hiding something. So meaning, they go show themselves, so don't put your hands at the back. So never do that because that's the sign of that you're not confident. Now, placing your hands at the side, there's also two things there. I mean, there's also one important note there. Make sure that your neck is seen. Okay, kindly pose, sit down, and then make sure that your neck is seen. You're not slouching. It has to show your neck so that you feel very elevated. I mean, don't slouch too much because otherwise your neck won't be seen. Especially in photos, make sure you angle yourself like that on your shoulder. That's why we say chin over shoulder. Okay? Everybody try the chin over shoulder. But don't put your shoulder near your chin. Put your chin near so it creates an angle on the side, your face, your bone structure. And it also gives an impression that you are slim, alright? You're confident, alright? Frontal is okay, but sometimes you have to do the quarter angle face, alright? Got it? Everybody stand up. Face each other if you have a partner or something. Okay, pair by pair. You can copy your partner or you can focus on a pair. Okay. You have to be paired with her. Next. And then the rest. Lalaki yung pair. Pair. Okay, face to face. Okay. Look at each other. Okay, who's your pair? My pair? You pair with, pair with Andrew, look at that. Okay, you and another pair. The white pair in black. Alright. Okay. Good. Alright. Look at each other's eyes. Maybe don't blink for 1 minute. How confident are you to look at someone's eyes straight in the eye and say you're strong, you're confident? Okay? Don't smile, be serious. Okay? So, you mean business. Alright. Okay. Okay. Okay naman mo blink, we don't have to. Alright, so look at someone's eyes. What can you see in their eyes? Are they serious? Are they saying something? Are their eyes expressing a thought? Alright, so now try looking at each other's eyes because that's one way of practicing when you speak to other people. Alright. Good? Okay. Now, put your hands on your waist or your hips and how comfortable you are. And still look at each other. So meaning you have your attention full focus on someone who's interviewing you. You can face your side, but your eyes with them level, right? So you're putting chin over shoulder, but your eyes must still focus on them. Your face can be side, but your eyes is through them. Ayaw sa parang excited kayo kasi di mag-ibat mo. Okay, so meaning, no matter what you put your gesture in, as long as you put your attention to the eyes of someone who's interviewing you, that's how you show your confidence. So I have a word. The moment you feel that you are afraid to look at someone's eyes, meaning you can straighten the eye, meaning you're not that confident. So practicing that makes you more confident. Why we're putting your hands in your waist? Because that's something that will tell you that you're not uncomfortable. You're comfortable with yourself, you're fierce, you're strong. So you're putting your hands in your waist because I am confident. Now, your partner is your competition. Right? He is or she is your competition. She will be the next lady or man or boy to be crowned the winner. Alright. So you're the last two standing in pageants. Alright. Who will be crowned? Is it you or her or you or him? Okay. Ikaw, kasi ikaliho. Meaning, the more you move, the more you're not in control of your gestures and your body movements. Alright? It is important that you control your gestures and your body movements because focus is important. If you're moving a lot, your hands, your feet, you're shaking, or keep on like rolling your eyes to other people, so meaning you're not really confident and focused. So practice focusing your attention, don't make unnecessary movements because you are in control. You are in control of your body movements, your mind and your thought. Your mind and your thought is in today, is in pageant, in answering a question, in being the winner. Alright? It's not just about yesterday or the other day. It's about focusing the winner. And that is you. Your winning confidence. Okay? Alright? Relax and have a seat. Okay. So can you now look somebody straight in the eye? Okay, if you feel struggle still, then learn, okay? Because that's important, okay? When judges or organizers hate models or beauty queens or pageant who are not focused. May no sabi na, noted, and didn't focus. Yes, so di like sa mag-organizer, kana na siya, no? Sige na siya kaya. What na kayo sa tayo? Alright. I have something to tell you. Okay. So who among you here watched Miss Cebu online? Wala? So you're not researching? Okay, so yeah. Okay. For those that watched Miss Cebu, meaning you're really interested. Right? For beauty queens and guys and girls for modeling, it's not necessarily that you're part of the show or part of the event. Who cares if I'm not part of the event? I want to see it. I want to view it because I want to learn. That should be your mindset. Okay? So watch every fashion show. Watch every beauty pageant. Watch YouTube. Watch question and answer because that's when you learn. Alright? So when I train also beauty queens, I give them a lot of everything. From fashion show dito, from beauty pageant because every Q&A, there's already 12 questions in a Q&A. That's admissible. There were 12 questions already. And these questions can be answered well or bad, right? And then you will know which is better. Then you will learn from it. And then these questions might be repeated in the next pageant that you're joining. So which means you're aware already, you have the knowledge already. Because you've heard it from Anna. Okay, what's the winning answer of Miss Cebu? For those who watched, did you remember what's the winning answer of Miss Cebu? Okay, come here. Asali, what's the winning answer? Alright, what is it?
It's about using social media as a platform and where we entice people around the world.
The question was about what is your generation all about? Something like that. So her answer was our generation is a generation where we are so exposed with a lot of things in the internet. And we want to use social media to empathize with a lot of people, blah, blah. But the perfect answer there that gave her the winning you allow me to become your Miss Cebu? Something like that. So that's when it all boiled down to. And there were key words there. She said, on the contrary. So if there are nice words to say it. Because more often than not, people love that in you. Something specific. And when she said empathize, so meaning you can relate to other people, alright? So there are lots of words to say. Now, I want you to join, I want you to read or watch a lot of beauty pageants online. Because that's when you learn, alright? Joining Q&A, alright? Number 2 tip also is write down a lot of motivational quotes. Write it and say it. Motivational quotes, proverbs, sayings, because that is your secret weapon. If you cannot answer in the question and answer portion, that is your secret weapon. You say it at the last part. Because that's important for you to just, wala mo ko gusto sa boboto, but the last word that you say could be the saving grace. So advise you to go over YouTube and check Miss Cebu. Okay. Who were surprised of the winners, the top 5? There were bets, diba? But what's in the suits of top 5? Why? Alright. So there's a lot of reasons why. Maybe the judges didn't like them. Maybe they feel that they're not that good enough. Or, you know, or during, because the Miss Cebu, for the record, the Miss Cebu isn't judged on the day itself. It is judged a day before. There is a pre-judging. And the pre-judging usually is a closed-door interview with a panel of judges, 5 to 10 judges. And you go inside the room and they ask you a lot of questions. So this is the time when you say everything, because that's when you show your personality, because there are a lot of questions. But in the final side, there's only one question. And that's they have to give the best answer, right? Now there is no right or wrong answer. It all boils down to how you say it and how you mean it, and how it strongly talks about and speaks about yourself. So that's where people say, maybe she failed in the personal interview. Alright? So not all things happen on the night. Okay. Alright. So there are a lot of surprises in pageants. Sometimes it's about the judges. And sometimes it's also about the organizers. Alright. So in Miss Cebu, any pageant, there is a committee vote. There is an organizer's votation. Meaning, if you are the best in the Q&A on the finals night, if you are the best in walking, but in the rehearsals, in the meetings, in all the other activities, you're very, very lame, you're very weak, you don't talk a lot, you don't show up, you go out late, you don't come in late. There's a lot of things to consider. And usually the organizers give points to that. It doesn't necessarily mean that on the day, they want to see your personality months before, weeks before. So day 1 pa lang, and you show up in your celebrity pageant, you have to be the winner. We have to have a winning attitude already. You have to be very friendly, amiable, talks about nice things, talk about current events, very social media aware, hiding your bad posts, hiding your rants. It's everything, okay? Because it's about your personality, and now, people who are organizing or judging, they research now on social media. So they just Google, let's just say, Juan de la Cruz, or Maria Makili. And in Google nila ato, it all comes out there. Or when they Google that on Facebook, it all goes out there. So careful with everything that we post, because sometimes it will be very, very, it's a points against you. Now, that's why if you cannot control your Facebook post, you do a lot of ranting, you post a lot of videos, you know, that will be something that is researchable. And then they will put that in their minds na an edition. So we don't want you to do it anymore, right? So the best advice there, if you want to become a beauty queen or beauty pageant winner later on, sugod na mo karon. Alright? Start na mo karon to build your personality. Now, there are two ways also. That is, you make a page. Alright? So that tanan yung mga binuang yung private dito sa inyong account. That's in your page, tanan yung doon inigibutang. Alright? So, start editing your posts na. No matter sa daghan na ng likes, but that will you feel that will put you down in the end. So good to edit. Alright? Now, another thing you can also do now is do already an advocacy. What is your advocacy? What is something that you really like to do? Is it about, for boys, are you good at gaming, technology, sports, acting, public speaking? You want to help the environment? You want to help old people? You want to help children? You start now posting on social media. Okay, remember that what you post there is a habit. Alright? For girls, you want to be an environmentalist, you want to fight for women's rights, you want to be a feminist, do you want to be like Oprah Winfrey, do you want to be like Greta Thunberg? Alright? So these are influential women or influential men in the world that you need to identify with. Because that is part of your influence. Alright? How do you join the beauty pageant? Who are the three most influential people in your life? Of course you say my mom. But in beauty pageants, we know that you love your mom. But they want to know also who are the other people that is influencing you or is like you're emulating. Because it matters. Okay. Now there's already a beauty queen and she was under us before she joined Miss Cebu. I'm not saying it's an issue you can research, but it was funny because they were asked before, if you were to speak to someone famous or infamous and is influential, and why? She answered, Snoop Dogg? Okay, who knows Snoop Dogg? Alright. So why would a beauty queen answer Snoop Dogg? Infamous man din. So maybe, yeah, infamous man din. Kaya naman si Snoop Dogg, di ba? Siya has a reputation, so infamous. But you can have said something that is maybe a person like Saddam Hussein or somebody who has, you can say something nice about them. Or not really nice, but something very significant. Alright, so sometimes the people were laughing because why did she say Snoop Dogg? So whatever is on your mind, sometimes it will make or break you in pageants. Alright, so these are the things that you need to know. Okay, in joining pageants. Okay, so now that there's a little bit about it, let us start now getting questions from you. Maybe there's something that you want to know from me. So anytime that you want to ask a question, you raise your hand, you come here in front, and then let me know. Alright. Okay. Alright. So let's just say we're now joining pageants. Okay. The first important aspect of joining pageants is a screening and an interview. Alright. Now let's practice self-introduction. Okay. So I'll give you more or less 2 minutes to practice self-introduction. Alright. So self-introduction isn't just saying your school, your age. And if you're given 2 minutes, that's quite long. Alright? So make sure you say something good about your school, your course, like a nice hobby. Alright? And something look up to. Let's say, aside from being a student, you are also doing a part-time job. or something like that, or you're also a singer, you know, your passion is this and that, make sure you're very interesting to hear so that people can initiate another question if they're interested about you. And if you just say, I'm 18 years old, I'm a student, that's it. But if you say, I'm 18 years old and I'm turning 19 this year, and I'm a medical student, and I'm very interested in the human anatomy, that is something that is more interesting than just being I'm a medical student, right? So say something that's very interesting that people can remember and talk to you about, okay? So I'll give you a 2-minute break. Stay on your seats. Just think about it. Compose if you want to, put it in your cell phone. And then let's do one by one self-introduction. Alright, so drink water. You can go to the CR in 2 minutes. So let's do that in the next break. Okay, self-introduction. You can start by saying your name, your age, or you can start by saying a greeting. You can also start by making a proverb, or remember it's self-introduction. So you're there to self, to the interviewer. Yes. Really? But I can hear you. So okay na siya. Okay na siya here. Kaya. So introduce yourself one by one. We're gonna start with alternate. Girl, boy, girl, boy. So here's how you're gonna do it. Wherever you're sitting there right now, you stand up, 1 to 2 seconds, make a pose, go straight to that pose there, face here, and then come and introduce yourself in the microphone. Okay? So you stand up, 1, 2 seconds, 1, 2, count, then you move forward to that pose there, then go straight here to the microphone. Alright? You don't necessarily, when you introduce yourself, you don't necessarily need to hold the microphone. Okay? You don't necessarily need to, if you need to adjust it, that's fine. But don't stoop down, okay, just to reach it, or don't go up too high, alright? Make sure it's eye level. So you adjust the microphone, and then leave it there. Don't hold it all the way. Alright? That's a tip. Okay? We'll start on this side. We'll start with you, okay? And then we'll start with another guy on this side. Alright, sunod, ha? Alright. And then we'll move to you. Bali-bali, ha? Alternate. Right, left, right, left. And then female, male, okay? Ready? Alright, begin.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Liza Bulgado, 19 years old. I'm a tourism student from University of San Jose, Philippines. I'm a varsity player in my school before. I love to travel and enjoy with my friends and family, like adventures, traveling, and many more. What makes me
Para mas dito.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Liza Bulgado, 19 years old, a tourism student from University of San Jose, Philippines. I'm a volleyball player in my past school, and I love to travel. That's why I chose tourism. I love adventures, and with my family and friends, travel everywhere. What makes me unique is that I have a talent, personality, achievements in life, and more. Never in a rush or something that makes you bad, because it will make you not become a better person. And always, never expect, never assume, never ask, never demand. Just let it be, and if it's meant to be, it will happen. Thank you.
Okay, round of applause. God.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mariano Cuenco, or you could call me Marco, and I am 17 years old from UC Banilado campus. And I would like to tell you all about myself. I am a person who loves art. I love to teach art, I love to look at it, and I love to create it. I love to put a brush in my hand, and with a fire in my heart, I can create anything I want. My goal in life would be to teach the youth, my fellow youth, about the beauty of art and how it could shape our world. And I would love to put a smile on the faces of the children, because beauty is everywhere. And with your hands and with your talent, you can create anything you want, and you can be the person you've always wanted to be.
everyone, I'm Marissa Ibigamo, 15 years old, turning 16 this year. And currently a grade 9 student from St. Alphonsus Catholic School. Lately, I've been joining a contest, runway at Kisabos Cosmetics. And the thing that I love to do the most is to play musical instruments, just like guitar, and I also do love adventure. And I believe that failure is part of your success.
Very good.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jorin Bolson Vicalo, 24 from Cebu City. I am a marine engineering graduate from Cebu University. I was a student leader, marine engineering president, and right now I'm building for my social media accounts for YouTube, Instagram, and all. And for me, right now, and I'm here in the front of you because I want to say that to promote original Bisaya music for all, and not just in Visayas but in the world. And I believe that you didn't have to curse everything in this world because God already planned it to us on time. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Meryl Brendan Pitanakaw. I'm 20 years of age and I'm currently planning on enrolling in the fashion school. And my hobbies are dancing, singing, and I also am enjoying sewing and crocheting. And I'm here standing in front of you because I would love to share to people that you can do anything, just try and try.
Hello everyone, I am Luke Henry Seagull and I'm currently studying at the University of San Carlos, Talamban campus. I believe that everyone has an advocacy to lead themselves and have a radiant confidence to become potentials for their future. And it is important to find that craft and put all your energy in it. And I thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Alika Zoe Villaflor. I'm 21 years old, currently an art student at the University of the Philippines, Cebu. So my hobbies would be dancing, I like listening to music. I'm also an artist, obviously I'm an art student, and I believe in progress, not perfection. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mardelus Reyes Bruces. I am 20 years old, and I'm from Cebu Technological University. And we matter mental health, and also we are studying the human behavior. I am taking a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. And a little background about me is that I am a multi-talented person. I love to draw. I am a singer, a dancer, and also a theater actor. And yeah. the only worst thing about being blind is that having a sight with no vision. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am JmT Saikon. I am 11 years old and I'm turning 12 years old this year. I live in Gondo of Lapu-Lapu City and I am on grade 5. I go to Marigondon Elementary School and I really love to travel and I am very interested in pageants and modeling because one day you guys are gonna see me walking confidently through the runway. Thank you.
Good afternoon, I am Javier Escanio. You can call me Javi. I am 16 years old. I am a high school student at Sacred School in Cebu. Some of my interests are music, exercise, along with watching movies. And one of my great interests is history. I like history and I think it's really important we should preserve past and things like that. And the message I like to say is that if you believe in yourself, you can do anything. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I'm Hannah Alfordo, 24 years old. I graduated at University of the Philippines, Cebu. I have a passion for modeling. Fashion, and arts. I love to experience a lot of things, and once again, this is Hannah, reminding you to always have the courage to do the things you love and be kind to yourself and everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Zachary Joseph. I'm 16 years old and I'm studying Holy Rosary School of Pardo. I used to be a varsity player there, playing for basketball. Now I am a so-called musician. I play the bass. I listen to all types of music, R&B, grunge, rock, any kind. I love it. An artist I look up to the most is Tyler, the Creator. His personality is so out there and he's very free. And I idolize him for it, and he's what made me who I am today. Thank you.
Raven Valerie Balansan Savior, 21 at Mar Models, Philippines. You know, there's a lot of reasons on why a dreamer in us was born. There's a burning passion inside us that needs to be let out. We work hard for those dreams. We fight for it, and we encounter many failures in life, and we even cross vast oceans just to achieve those dreams. I am a woman who has a laser-like focus on my dreams, because if I want something, I work hard. I take risks, and I have a faith in God that He will allow me to achieve those dreams at the right time and in the right place. I want to be a doctor, a teacher, and a beauty queen someday. Thank you.
What's next?
Hello guys, my name is Stefan. I am 17 years old and I am studying in Cebu International School right now. We recently went to face-to-face after like 2 years, which is pretty fun. So for the past 3 days I've been at school. My hobbies are playing games and I like listening to music as well. And it's not really a hobby, but I also like to talk a lot. Like be a leader, be like an announcer or something. I like that. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Good. Next girl.
Good day, everyone. I am Maria Francesca Aniana Torres, 17 years old and turning 18 on the 8th of November. I am a senior high school student from the University of San Jose Recoletas. I chose to take up STEM because I am a big science geek, and I also believe in the cruciality of research. Aside from that, I also want to take up medicine in the near future. This is because I believe that I have the empathy and the sensitiveness to create an instrument, to be an instrument, to creating a better world for me and for everyone. Thank you.
My name is Sophia Nurila Palermo, 16 years of age, a 10th grade student at Abeliana National School. At our school, we have a technical program which provides a drafting subject that made me love for drafting and architecture growth. And I look up to Zaha Hadid, and whenever I talk about her, most of the people think that she's one of the Hadid sisters, which are models and everything. But I look up to her because she's a very empowered and very self-made, successful woman, and I believe that beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. Thank you.
On the side. No more nail. Go.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Leslie Mercader, 21 years old from the University of Cebu, Manila. I'm currently a third-year college student taking a Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. I love traveling because I get to learn the cultures and traditions that they practice. I enjoy dancing, and I am very interested in runway modeling so that I can build up my confidence. Because I believe that confidence is the true beauty. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lily Amapala Buhat. You can call me Amapala. I'm 16 years old. I'm a grade 10 student from the University of San Carlos, North Campus. I also like to sing a lot. I've been in some shows before the pandemic happened. I also play guitar. And I'm a gold medalist. I joined the Philippines Taekwondo competition last 2019. And lastly, I'm very interested in acting, modeling, singing, and dancing. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maria Luis Fernandez. I am 14 years old and I'm a second year high school student. My hobbies are dancing, writing, reading, and I aspire to be a blogger and a blogger. Although me and my family had some downfalls, I believe that I should never give up. And in the near future, I would love to study culinary and fashion design since these two hold a special place in my heart. Especially cooking since my late dad loves to cook and I want everyone to taste how it cooks. Thank you.
a big round of applause to all. Big applause. Alright, so now that you spoke really good, most of you actually can speak your mind. You have now confidence in saying and there are those that really needs improvement, but I feel that all of you fairly were able to say the things that you want. Okay, what's very important is that number one. For those who are all very applauded, congratulations, because you have really that confidence. You were able to say the things that you said, and you're able to speak louder. Okay, volume is important when you speak, because it also shows, you know, your strong will. All right, so make sure you modulate your voice, speak fluently, but at the same time articulate the words that you're saying. So for those that are able to say it, congratulations. I have now a few of my favorites from the male and the female, but all of you totally can say it. What we need to do now is more on a one-on-one interview later on, and we'll tell you, give you techniques, okay? Some of you also we're still holding the microphone. We will see that in the live video later. All right? So remember not to hold the microphone anymore. All right? Number two, some of you are still shaking, moving a lot. All right? It's okay to do hand gestures, but there's also art in hand gestures. All right? Not just shaking, but really just intentionally creating a hand gesture. That's really fine to make you more confident. All right? Some of you are very sure of what you're saying, okay? Like, Miss Xavier here, all right? Also you, okay? You're able to say it, you also as well. I like also that you said your achievements, because that's important, okay? You said that you're a gold medalist. And I like that because that's something that would steer me up. Why is she a gold medalist? She's slim, but she's pretty, and she's a gold medalist at what? All right, so say your achievements. You're like, say, I'm a winner, I'm this and that. Be proud of what you have achieved, because that is part of your portfolio. All right? And then I also like that you said you want to be a future beauty queen, a doctor, and all that. So meaning, you really have a goal in life that you want to, you know, share to everyone. And that's something that we need to know. Being artistic is also nice when you said that, Marco, because that also says something like another side of you. Like being a vlogger, being multi-talented is nice to know, all right? Everybody who said achievements are really good. When you said also history, that's something that struck into my mind because you never said about pageant, it's about history. So meaning you're somebody like a future historian, all right? So something, the right words to say might click something out of your mind. Like a varsity player. So we would be imagining you're very active, all right? And when also we say you're from UP, you're a graduate, people will also connotate UP as very intelligent people. You know, no bias of that, but that's what we feel. All right. So there are a lot of words that you said that struck into my mind, okay? Like when our special guest, Andrew here, said that he made an example of a certain artist, all right? That's important because you can emulate. There's also one who said about a woman, a very influential woman. Who was that? Was that you? All right. So that's also something that you need to tell. When also Stefan said that you're already back at face-to-face, right? So that's really nice to hear, all right? So it would steer something. And he says he's really talkative and just wants to speak. So meaning it becomes more very interesting, all right? When you also said that you're very interested in becoming a beauty queen, you're so young, but you really wanted to be a model and all that, that's really good to hear. All right, so to be a vlogger is also nice, right? So you have also said a lot of things about you that we're able to, now we know that you're more than just what you are saying now, right? You are somebody that we can look forward to. You are somebody that we're very interested to know. So if I were a brand owner, I would look at the bloggers and the vloggers and then call them later to blog about my product. All right? So that's something interesting, right? Now, if there's like a future doctor here, I wanted to know how very interested they are in becoming a medical practitioner. Or if I'm really into sports, I'll call the varsities and here and all, or a music lover. So it really depends on who the interviewer is, who the judges are, that will spark, something in them. Okay. Now, one tip, if you know who the judges are, if you know the person, or if you happen to hear that this person will be one of the judges, or if this person will be happen to be is one of the organizers, research about them so that you will know how to hit what they like. If this person, just like what we do in our business school, we know that there is an investor that is gonna be there for us. Like when we pitch a project, okay? Like when we give an idea of a business, right? And there's one there who is so he loves greenhouses, green buildings, everything eco-friendly. So one of our classmates in business school pitched something like a greenhouse subdivision. So he got the nod of the investor because he knew that somebody like that is there to give an investment. So meaning, do your research. If there's a priest in the panel, make sure not to say anything bad against religion or being a Catholic or things like that. Be careful of what you need to say. If you need to impress, do the best to impress, right? And don't keep them off your zone, because that's not something that will help you in the pageant world. All right, so research a lot on what your future pageant is all about. All right. Now there are a few of you here who I will push for Miss Cebu next year. You have to be 18. So sorry for those that are still young. You have to wait a long time. So I will encourage you to join Miss Cebu because you're confident, you have things to say, and the Miss Cebu, remember, it doesn't necessarily need to be very pretty and beautiful. It has to be about personality. So let us work on that. All right. For guys, there are also like future actors probably, or future commercial models, or future TV personalities. So let's work on that together. Okay, now that we know a little bit about yourself, that's now what's important of beauty pageants, personality development. So we have to develop that personality in you. Remember, there's also a saying that goes, fake it till you make it. Meaning, you're not just being yourself. You have to be the best version of yourself. Your next version. Okay? So if you're not that confident now, just fake it. Just say you're confident. Alright? And then you practice being confident and you make it a habit and it becomes you. Right? So if you practice talking, speaking all the time, enunciating the words, articulating it, then you become that someone later on in the future. So personality is important in beauty pageants. again, decipher a lot of things, edit your posts. If you're someone who doesn't post a lot, post a little more. All right? Because that's when we research a lot about you in beauty pageants. Okay. Now, I'll give you a 5-minute break. Just to go to the CR if you want to drink or something, refresh a little bit, and then come back at our 4:25. It's 17 on my watch, okay? So let's make it 4:30. All right? 4:30. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, remember, personality is important. Okay, start it right now. Okay, show your beautiful side. Be friendly to everyone. Offer support. Offer help. Be good to your batch, and that will show a good side of you. All right, have a break. Go.